User access in Centtrip is a combination of three things. You've got the user, so that's someone, an email address and password, he logs in. That user will have a set of permissions. Now we call that a role. So when you create a user, you choose what role they want to have. Maybe you could be just a standard administrator, or you can create a custom role for that user. And a role is essentially a whole set of permissions. So you don't just sort of set permissions one at a time, you give them a whole set of permissions by assigning them a role. And then finally, when you're creating the user and giving them access, you need to choose exactly what operating accounts you want them to have access to. So we'll be looking at that as well. The main thing you have to think about when you're adding a user is, are you creating what we call a super user who has access to an entire company, or are you adding just someone who's going to a standard administrator, a standard user, who's just going to go into the different operating accounts and manage the data there? So let's take a little look back in the platform. We're going to go down to users, down at the bottom of the left here. This is where we'll be spending most of our time today. And here you can see that this corporate, Centtrip Training, has got 5 users. And each of those users has got a different role. So there's me, Chris Dickin. I'm a corporate super administrator, and we've got 2 other corporate super administrators here. You'll sometimes hear that referred to as CSA. So we'll take a look at what that means in a moment. Then we've got one corporate administrator, not super, just corporate administrator, and then one corporate admin read-only. So, what are those roles? Well, we call those system roles. Let's take a look. A system role is a role that comes by default with the platform. So when you first start using Centtrip, you're going to have these roles. You're going to have corporate super administrator, and corporate admin read-only. So your super administrator, or CSA, they're the people that look after a whole corporate. So they're the people who can create new users. That's kind of the main sort of crucial difference. They can create users, but also crucially, they can move money from operating account to operating account. So sort of across the corporate, they can manage money across the corporate. Whereas a corporate administrator, just a standard admin, they can only manage the operating accounts that you give them access to. So they can't sort of manage across different operating accounts. They can still do quite a lot. You can see there they can change currency, they can make payments, they can top up cards, they can even order cards if you enable them to. But what they can't do is move money between accounts, they can't create new users. And then this other one, corporate admin read-only, they are your accountants. They're people, all they can do, they can't change anything, they can just go in, generate statements, pull data from the platform, and review what's happening.